Krishna, Radhe Radhe, Jai Radhe, Jai Shri Radhe, Krishna, Jai Jai Radhe Radhe, Jai Radhe Radhe, Jai Krishna, Jai Krishna, Krishna, Jai Krishna, Jai. That in the entire universe, the highest place is Mathura Mandal, because their Lord is taking his appearance. And in Mathura Mandal, the highest place is Vrindavan, because their Lord performs so so many wonderful varieties of pastimes. And in Vrindavan, the highest place is Govardhan. As we were hearing the other day, Haridas Avarji, he's the bestest of Govardhan. The highest place is Sri Radha Kund. And beyond that, there isn't any other higher place. We are now in the most sacred place of the entire universe, Sri Radha Kund. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also came on Braj Prikrama 500 years ago, he was, first of all, he was in Vrindavan, where our Padayatra passed through there yesterday. And he was observing the beauty of the forest of Braj and seeing the cows and deers. And he was going along the path and he was chanting, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Completely lost in trance of ecstasy. Just nearby here, some villager told the devotees who were walking with him that this is Aritagram. Original name was Aristogram, named after Aristasur. As soon as Mahaprabhu heard the name Aritagram, he immediately left his trance and he began to ask everyone, where is Radhakund and Chamakund? Where is Radhakund and Chamakund? But they were lost, nobody could tell him. Now why, hearing Aristogram, which is named after Aristasur, did Mahaprabhu ask about Radhakund and Chamakund? First of all, you remember Aristasur, he came in the form of bull. So this is a very sweet Madhurya place. So what does Aristasur have to do with Radhakund and Chamakund? I'll tell you. One day, Sri Nandanandan, he just got all dressed and decorated for doing Ras. When he heard the news that this Aristasur was coming, and he was just tearing up the dust, the land of Braj with his hooves and smashing the houses with his horns, and his tail was slashing the clouds and creating huge disturbance in Braj. So he was all dressed up for Ras. So he rolled up his sleeves, tightened his belt, and got ready to fight. So that Aristasur charged him. He grabbed him by the horn, swung him around, and threw him. And again, that Aristasur, regaining his consciousness, he got up and he again charged. And Krishna just swirled him around again and smashed him on the ground and stomped on him like a sponge, wet sponge. Bam, bam. And he passed stool and urine and passed to the kingdom of Yamaraj. So Krishna killed that Aristasur. So then he called Srimati Radhika and all the gopis, now we can do Ras. And Srimati Radhika said, Hare, you have killed a bull, that is a big pop. You know pop? What all the little boys, they like to drink, soda pop. No. Pop means sin. That is a big pop, sin. We can't be associated with such a person as you. You're contaminated with this sin. And then Nana said, Hari Sakya, hey Radhi, that wasn't a bull, that was a demon in the form of a bull. But he was a demon and I killed him. And Srimati Radhika said, well, we heard from Purnamasi that one time Indra, he killed a Brahmin. He was a demon, but he was in the form of a Brahmin and he got reaction. This, what do you say, this lady with what do you call that disease of the lungs? Pneumonia came, coughing blood. Came chasing, he got reaction. He may have been a demon, but he was in the form of Brahman. He got reaction, didn't it? So then, Thakurji asked, all right, so what do I have to do to become purified from this sin, from this big pop? So Srimati Radhika, she consulted with all her Sakhis. Then she said, you will have to take bath in all the sacred places of the universe. And Sri Nandanandan said, Are Sakya? Hey Radhe, that will take a long time if I have to go throughout the whole universe. How I can be away from you so long? I will call all the sacred places here on one place and take my bath here. And Radharani Sakya said, oh, Nandanandan, don't try to tease us. We don't believe in your magic. Don't try to fool us. And with that, Nandanandan went on the other side here, and with his right foot he stomped a big hole in the ground. And he played on his flute and called, and all the sacred places of the universe came in personalized form and bowed before him. And he said, any service, Maharaj? He said, yes. You give your introduction, you chant your mantra, and you pour your water in my Kund. So they all came forward in front of the gopis. Nandananda was, with his eyes, he was saying, see, I told you. They all came, they gave their introduction, they chanted their mantra and poured their water in his Kund. So many sacred rivers came and places came, so it was almost very late at night, almost midnight, by the time they finished pouring all their water. Then he took his bath, and then he told Srimati Radhika, hey Radhe, now you all come in the water, we'll enjoy Jal Krida, water pastimes. And Srimati Radhika said, Are, this water is contaminated with your sin. How we can come in this water? We will make our own Kund. So Srimati Radhika came on this side, and she broke her golden bangle. Golden bangle we call kankan. So in the middle here, many years ago, they cleaned, about 15, 12 years ago, they cleaned, we saw in the middle there's a little kankan Kund. We might get to see a picture of that later in Prikapa, let's see. So she broke her kankan and she began to dig. All the Sakhis broke their kankans. They began to dig and dig and dig and dig. They found one depression where Mr. Sword had dug his hoof into the ground. There was a hole already there. So they began to dig in that depression. And they made little Kund. And when it was finished and Nandanandan came, he saw, and he said, Adi Sakya, hey Radhe, your Kund is very beautiful. But there's no water in it. So Radharani said, we're going to bring water from Manasi Ganga. Some of us, and they made big line, and they were going to bring millions and millions of pots. Now, Nandananda, he doesn't like to see even bead of perspiration come on Srimati Radharani's brow. So he made some signal to all those personified holy places. They became one person. And that one person, he went there and he began to offer so many beautiful prayers to Srimati Radhika. And Srimati Radhika, she said, all right, what do you want? And he said, we thought that the perfection of life was to be associated with the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. But now, seeing your wonderful divine qualities, we can understand perfection of life is to be associated with your lotus feet. Because first of all, do you think that Nandananda got purified when he took bath in the water of all those sacred rivers? Do you think so? Huh? Do you think he got purified when he took bath?
No.
Somebody says yes?
No.
Yes? Somebody says yes? All right, you're wrong. All the sacred places became purified because Nandananda took his bath in them. This was an excuse to purify all the sacred places. But now they are saying, we now know the real perfection of life is to be associated with the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika. So Radhika, she sent little Katak sidelong glance at Nandanandan, because she knew that this is all his plan. So she said, and what is your desire? He said, we want to come in your Kund also. So she smiled at Sri Nandanandan, and they made hole. You see, right where that white chhatri is, you can see there's hole underneath the walkway there. So the waters of Radha Kund and Shama Kund mixed together. And Sri Nandanandan, he told to Srimati Radhika, hey Radhe, your Kund is very, very beautiful. And I will always come to take my bath in your Kund. And Srimati Radhika said, hey Kanna, your Kund is also very beautiful. And we will always come and take our bath in your Kund. In this way, although Radha Kund and Shama Kund are eternal, they have this wonderful pastime of appearing. Therefore, when Mahaprabhu heard that this is a ristogram, or that time they called it a ristogram, he began to ask everyone, where's Radha Kund, where's Shama Kund? But nobody could tell, they were lost. So being the self-same Brajananandan Sham Sundar, Brajananandana say, Sachi Sutta Boiloje. Self-same Brajananandan Sham Sundar. He sat down, we'll see that place later, and he could understand that there was two rice paddy fields here. One was called Kali, one was called Gauri. Kali means Sham, and Gauri means golden. So that was Shama Kund, and this was Radha Kund. So whatever water was there, he took his bath. We used to have beautiful painting outside of our temple room, many of you maybe remember. So he took his bath, and Prabhupada has kept all of those beautiful prayers. These are the prayers that Mahaprabhu sang when he was taking bath in Radha Kund. You can see in Chaitanya Charitamrita and learn them and come here the Sunday night and sing all of these prayers. What is it? Sabha Gopi Haite Radha Krishna Da Priyasi Taite Radha Kunda Priya Priya Rasarasi. Sabha Gopi Haite, of all the gopis, there's one who's very dear to Krishna. In the same way, this Kund known as Radha Kund is just as dear to Sri Krishna as Srimati Radhika. Yata Radha Priya Vishnu Tasya Kundam Priyam Data Sarva Gopishu Saivaika Vishnu Rantyanta Balava. Yata Radha Priya Vishnu, just as Radha is very dear to Vishnu or Krishna, Tasya Kundam Priya, Tasya Kund, that Kund is also just as dear to Sri Krishna. Sarva Gopishu Saivaika, Sarva, of all the gopis, Vishnu Atyant. When we want to say very, 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 then we say Atyant. And Balava means beloved, who is very, very beloved of Vishnu or Krishna. E Kunda Nitya Krishna Radhika Rasange, Jala Jala Keli Kore Tire Rasarange. E Kunde Nitya Krishna. In this Kund, Nitya Krishna always. Radhikara Sange, in the sang of Radharani, Radhikara Sange. Jale, in the water, Jalakeli, they're doing water pastimes, splashing and having fun in the water. Jalakeli, or Tire, like we know Jamuna Tira, Tira means bank, on the banks, Rasarangi, they're doing Raslila. Ek kunde se ek bara kore snana, Tana Radha Sama Prema Krishna kore dana. Ek kunda say, in this Kund, say if anybody, ek bar kore snana, one time takes his bath, then what happens? Tana Radha Sama Prema Krishna kore dana. Krishna gives dan. Just like you see, all these Brahmins are waiting to take dan from you. Just like my friend, this big tall fellow in the back, this Mosquito Das. He's come to suck your blood. So, but Krishna says, Krishna Koridana, Krishna gives charity. What is that charity? Radha Sama Prema. Just like we know, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Samaham Sarva, I am equal to everyone. So Sama means equal. Radha Sama Prema, that prem, equal to Srimati Radharani's prem. Krishna Kodi, Krishna gives that in charity. Now these Brahmins all want to take money from you, but Krishna, he's giving charity. Tanarada Sama Prema Krishna Kodakana Kundara Mahima Yena Radha Rama Mahima Kundara Madhuri Yena Radha Rama Madhurima. The glories of this Kund are just as glorious as the glories of Srimati Radhika. And the sweetness of this Kund is just as sweet as the sweetness of Srimati Radhika. So now, remembering all of these things, that this is the most sacred place in the whole universe, and remembering all of these beautiful prayers that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu offered, very carefully, sometimes step can be slippery, so very carefully we'll come down, take some drops of water on our head, and pray to Srimati Radharani to please somehow make us advance in Krishna consciousness. We're nowhere, but she's very kind. She's the compassionate side of Lord Krishna. Raghunath Das Goswami, who lived here, he says, Deha Karunayat Vidravat. That Radharani's whole body melts in Karun. Karuna means compassion. Now, ordinary people, our hearts melt with compassion, but Radharani, her whole body melts with compassion. So she's very, very compassionate. She'll have mercy on you. So remembering all of these things, you carefully come down, take some of this water on your head and sprinkle it, and take some in your mouth also, and pray for the mercy of Srimati Radharani. Srila Prabhupada ki! Jai! 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 The holes of your body. Deena Bandhu ki Jai Krishna, Jai Radha, Jai Radhe, Jai Sita Radhe. So now we've come to Purana Radha Krishna Mandir, old Radha Krishna temple. So later we'll hear about how Raghunath Das Goswami excavated the kunds of Radha Kund and Chandrakund. As we know, Mahaprabhu sent them, all the Goswamis, to discover these places. So he himself discovered this Radha Kund and Chandrakund to develop them. He sent them. So when Raghunath was excavating the Kund, then they found this very, very ancient deeds of Radha and Krishna. So since they're very old means Purana. Like, the 18 Puranas of the old history. So this is Purana Radha Krishna Mandir, old temple of Radha and Krishna. Very, very beautiful. The oldest deity in Radha. Very nice temple. And you see the Lord is taken care of very nicely. This is my good friend, Chinta Haran Goswami. You know Chinta? Worries. And Haran means to take away. This is the name of Krishna who takes away all of our worries. Chinta Haran. Chinta Haran Goswami. He's taking away. Last year somebody gave nice food. You're sitting long. Murli. Krishna has got nice food. now cold season is coming, but you see somebody donate a nice stand for Thakurji. But so many devotees are coming and no families here. Anybody wants to, he's always asking if anybody wants to do stand for this whole Radha Krishna temple, and you can see that afterwards. You can see what we can do. Otherwise you can use some small donation. Even one grain of this dust of Braj you cannot purchase with whole opulence of Vaikuntha, not even one grain. It is so powerful, even mukti becomes mukt by putting some of this dust on his forehead. Braj Raja ki! Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe, Radhe, Jai Radhe. Radhe.
This under.
This was donated to Bhakti Swarup Damodar Maharaj, who's from Manipur. So this belongs to the king of Manipur, as a matter of fact. The king is pictures or something. Sunlight is coming from the east, so we're just on the western side of Radhakund. So the first rays of the sun strike this place. So he built this beautiful temple here. So now it is run by our Bhakti Swarup Damodar Maharaj. And many Manipuri devotees. Mahadevi Swami is also staying here for Kartik, I think. And many devotees are here. So you have a nice place here in Radhakund for the devotees to stay and relish this place. One time, Devi Shakti told me that they went to Prabhupada and told him that we heard that in Radhakund we can get land very cheaply. The Prabhupada said, yes, that is a good idea. You get land and make a temple there. So, yes, Prabhu, we can make a temple. Yes, you make a temple there. Then Prabhupada said, so then what will you do there? And the devotee said, well, Prabhupada, we'll preach. And Prabhupada said, Radhakund is not for preaching. Radhakund is for relishing. So you can come here and relish Radhakund for a few days to charge your batteries to go back to your Prabhu Datta Desh and distribute Radharani's mercy to everyone. Srimati Radharani ki! Prabhuji, we have so you can come and relish Radhakund. So now we call Gopalji Mandir. This was built by the king of Manipur. So you know our Bhakti Swarup Damodar Maharaj is from Manipur. That king got dreamed that he should build a temple where the first rays of the sun fall on Radhakund. So we're directly on the western side of Radhakund, and you see the sun is coming on that side, and the first rays will naturally come on western side. So he built a very beautiful temple here, and he has given it over to Bhakti Swarup Damodar Maharaj. So we'll all do Prikama of Gopal.
Sri Anurananda Kund. Where the second road leading to
Sapar Vijay Source of the Pangas Bhakti Vedanta Prabhupada ki Jai. Jai Jagat Gusla Prabhupada ki Jai Srinivas Acharya ki Jai. Nam Shri Harilas Thakur ki Jai.
अधिवासी वैष्णववृंदों की जय, नीलाचल धाम की जय, जगन्नाथ देव की जय, बलभद्र देव की जय, सुभद्रा माई की जय, इंद्रद्युम्न सरोवर की जय, बहुत अधिक श्री राधा गोविंद की जय, श्री राधा मदन मोहन की जय, श्री राधा गोपीनाथ की जय, श्री राधा दामोदर की